Okay, I'm going to set up a general hypothesis of Asian, especially the Japanese and Korean. Uh, Let me repeat. I'm going to set up an hypothesis concerning Asian intellectual superiority in terms of academic performance. In particular, I'm going to focus on Asians from Japanese and Korean descent, because those are Northeast Asians. Many race realists have said that how can anti-racists call the IQ biased when Northeast Asians, have scored better than white Europeans? My answer to that is that I have not done the research, but my theory is that, and my theory is a guess, which all theories are until they can be proven by evidence to be valid, is that the Asian nations have developed an educational system based upon the West, and have taken that educational system, probably focused on math and science, which the IQ is geared for, or IQ is suitable for, to another level. It's not very far-fetched to believe that. Okay, let's be honest, that Korea, I mean, Mongoloid Asians, and I'm talking about around Northeast Asians, have suffered less wars than the Europeans in the last 600 years, I would say. In the last 600 years, than the Europeans, than the Africans, definitely than the Africans, probably less than the Middle Easterners. So therefore, they would have a more stable society to sustain, not only to sustain, but to elevate their civilization. No one has beaten. First of all, let me give you an example. Japan has not, from my knowledge, I might be wrong, but from my knowledge, Japan has not been conquered, colonized for hundreds of years. Japan has not had people taken out of, I mean, a lot of people, not just, tiny amounts, many millions of people taken out of their country to become free workers in another country. That's not trying to blame anybody, that's just reality. Whether you whites were yes Quest 1, 2, 3, 4, yes Stefan Selmar, Arabs, Jews, some Jews, and Europeans and Africans play a part in that. But still, that's an irrefutable fact. Okay, that affects you building a civilization. And believe it or not, blacks did have a civilization in Africa, and I find it patronizing that some people just don't believe that when they're presented with the facts. That's what I would say. But anyways, okay, even Russia. I mean, Russia was significantly less stable than Japan and Korea. Okay, China. I'm not sure about China, but Russia definitely. European nations were more stable than the African nations, but were not as stable as the Japanese and Korean Northeast Asian nations. So, you got to take into account that Japan and Korea they have been strongly influenced toward the Western standard of education in specifically mathematics and science. Okay, that makes a huge difference. So, for Ruston to say, well, use the Koreans and the Northeast Asians as an example that the IQ tests are not biased, That's leaping, okay? The bottom line is that race realist, or not even race realist, IQ hereditarians have not proven that the IQ is fixed. They have not done any significant study that says the IQ is fixed, even when you train for it, okay? Even when you study science, mathematics, all these type of subjects, okay? I mean, my personal opinion, mathematics is easy to me. I mean, the more you practice it, the better you get at it. The logic principles of math are very easy to me, and I think you can teach logic. And I think part of the IQ test teaches logic. Logic can be taught. Okay, I don't want to hear, oh, it's fixed. You can't teach what you. It's a natural. No, it's not. It's a pattern of thinking. It is. When hereditarians can show evidence that they have put a valiant effort into training for the IQ, which they have not, then and also they have failed, then they can come and argue that it is a genetic, each IQ score is a genetic lock. I mean, it's a genetic fixed number. They haven't. I mean, using Asians, I mean, oh, well, it's IQs are not biased because Asians score higher. Well, it's still, the bottom, here's the thing. Asians score higher despite the disadvantage that it was produced from the West. Just because, I mean, that's like arguing that, you know, well, chess is not, you know, biased toward, or if chess is not, if whites do not have a white chess players do not have a cultural advantage over black chess players, how should I say it? Never mind. I'll leave it like that. I'll just keep quiet, and that's all I gotta say. That's the general hypothesis. Have a nice day.